I want to review A Complete Unknown, the new Bob Dylan film, as a biopic. So, what does it mean to be a biography film in the 21st century and compare it to two other films? Now, I got to see A Complete Unknown as a double feature with Better Man. And what a perfect pair. Both are biopics about musicians named Robert. Better Man takes the story of Robbie Williams, a British pop star over the last 25 years, spans his life with the addition of being an anthropomorphized chimpanzee. This is how the artist saw his story, related to the director, did the voicing for it, and it all came together. Now, other than this, dressing for it, which it's part of the way he saw his life, that's great. But then it just kind of falls into the formulaic behind the music VH1 special. The CGI candy effects is a lot of fun. It was something unexpected. I had no idea much about him and what it was going to be, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I think it told the life as the artist saw it. He worked with them, so yes. All biopics need to have something different, an element of storytelling. That you're trying to tell the musician's moments and struggles as an individual that is famous for being and doing things differently. It makes no sense to have their story be formulaic. A Complete Unknown was visually captivating. It has a clean aesthetic, the lighting, film stock. It reminds me of films from the era. Mid-60s film stock is, I think, just my absolute favorite. Barefoot in the Park, Mary Poppins. It's a painterly quality in there. And this captures that, I think, well enough without using the actual stock. The Folk City lookbook photography was inspired by freewheeling album art, and you can see both of those influences continuing in the cinematography of A Complete Unknown. The acting? No, nobody phones it in here. Everybody gives you a solid performance. I think there are some exceptional parts, like Edward Norton. If you see Primal Fear, you're just blown away. Give him the award right away. Then you'll get an unexpected thing like Birdman. I didn't expect him to be the star of Birdman, but to me, he really was. Then everything, he's just terrible in Hulk. Anyways, he gives you a really good performance in it. I don't know why he's the antagonist, but they made him into an antagonist that wasn't really so. People to look forward to are the guy playing Bobby Newworth and the gal playing Joan Baez, Monica B., who apparently is in everything, but she deserves some recognition now. The storyline has some nice elements. I like it when it showed Dylan's relationship visiting Woody Guthrie, but otherwise it didn't give an insight to what Dylan was really experiencing and thinking about when he was writing his songs. The third act focuses heavily on Dylan's change from folk to electric. It was a big thing, but not the story with an axe-wielding psycho that it turns it into. That's very fabricated. Fun fact, the day before Dylan did his electric debut at the folk festival, Howlin' Wolf played an electric guitar, and it was fine. This film doesn't let me into Dylan's world. It keeps him as a mystery, but it does show, if you were there, what it would look like visually, aesthetically. And I think some of the other characters, it got more into that. I think it did bring up the point about this being a singer-songwriter's tale. He writes his own songs. As you know, he writes his songs. Hey, he's not the only one who writes his songs. But as I get into the 501 saga and start with this episode and the music starts to build, It's because now the singer is writing the songs, and that's, I think, his great addition. My recommendations are to stay home and watch the 2007's I'm Not There. Maybe if you want to see Dylan's acting, you've got Billy the Kid and Pat Garrett, or of course Hearts of Fire. If you're in the documentary angle, then go Scorsese's No Direction Home. And if you want to get super crazy, then check out, free on YouTube, the concert film 2 hours, or the 4-hour version directed by Dylan himself, Ronaldo and Clara. Because sometimes you need overly complicated, poorly produced psychedelic nonsense. I think I'm Not There really got it right with how to tell a film. And Dylan's not that impressed with it, apparently. I don't know. But it gives you another stab. Like, hey, we can't show you who this person is, but we can show you kind of what it was like at each moment, the characters they developed into. The director's other film, Velvet Goldmine, I think it's Todd Haynes. Velvet Goldmine was magical. You get 2 versions of Bowie. And I like this. I like how biopics can tell you their story by giving you a character that you're very up close with, and a character that's behind a mask played by a different actor very far away, but it's still the same person that you know. I want to see more of this in biopics. I don't think that these are people that have lived lives that you can just pigeonhole and say, yeah, they did A, B, C, their lives worked out this way. It's what it was like to be alive then, but maybe not what it was like to be that person. So whose story are you telling? Are you telling the story of the fan? Are you telling the story of the person as they saw it? Better Man did that decently, I think, for what I would expect from Robbie Williams. It exceeded my expectations. I'm Not There was a fantastic way of just mind-blowing. Really the way that you should tell biopics. And then A Complete Unknown is just, if you were a fan, what it would be like to kind of get a little glimpse up closer, but not penetrate the mind of the artist. If you're curious about the clothes that are in A Complete Unknown, well, I already did an episode about that. I've also got a special treat about Dylan's poetry and Dylan-inspired poetry. I'm Den. Big shout outs to my Patreon members, and especially Unbleached Apparel, Copper Rivet members Fitsanu Boone Prossert, Bardzo dziękuję, Zuzana, and Sam Z. If you'd like to support the channel, you can purchase a t-shirt from Unbleached Apparel, use the code DENINDENIM, or you can buy some awesome selvage denim from my affiliate links. Join the Patreon, or just a simple subscribe really helps it out and keeps me going. I'm Den. Thanks for watching. Love your biopics.